question here. Any wine vacation spots in Argentina? Actually, I've spoken to several people, though, that the Argentine wine industry is just sort of catching up with the idea about wine tourism.
Yes, there is a huge now enoturism, and it's Cavas de Lodge. In Mendoza, there are several places and hotels. There are wineries that have restaurants with wonderful chefs. So, and you can find them in Mendoza. You can find them also in Salta, and I think that also in Neuquén. So I think that there is much more respect towards tourism now, and the wineries are open and they're receiving, and they have fabulous food.
It's a very important piece of the wine marketing puzzle.
It took a while.
It takes a long time. You know, California's got an advantage because it's easy to get to. We speak the language. You can drive easily from area to area.
I think that California was a fantastic teacher because they show the way.
Absolutely.
In many ways.
There were many, I was just going to say, there are many lessons to be learned. Not all of them worked perfectly, but many lessons to be learned.
I have tremendous respect. I have tremendous respect because all these wines that we're tasting today, although we could say that the Terrazas was a little bit more French style, in a little bit, but all these wines represents a modern style of winemaking. Mm-hmm. And for that, we have to take our hats to the California wine industry.
Who definitely led the way. We have Zinfandel 1, who said, Nora, you sold me on Malbec. So we've got at least one convert. It really is a very interesting grape. It's a lot of fun to try Malbec. I think the blends today and other blends that I've had, it's very interesting to see how they work, how Malbec works with Cabernet and some other things.
And I think it's about exploring, because if I think we had a wine that was $12.99, and for my God, I became Catholic all of a sudden. But definitely, there is a lot of things. I think that Malbec, because we have diverse soils, we have diverse altitude, we have that diverse climate, it's a question of exploring. You cannot find one Malbec similar to the other. They all have some components that are the base, but each of them is going to give you something.
Something extra. So one last question here. Wine, Food, Travel Arts wants to know how many wines were entered in the AWA competition.
Okay, I have the number.
We have the exact number.
Yes. Over 700 samples from 182 Argentine wineries. 24 achieved trophy, whereas 49 reached a gold medal, 242 silver, and 314 bronze. And this is this year was the 7th edition of the Argentine Wine Awards. This year they did it with the young guns, the young generation. So they wanted to have people, sommeliers, wine writers, bloggers, and wine professionals that were under 40. That's why they didn't call me.
For me. It's sad when you're no longer.
But they qualified the wines by varietal and by price range. And within the 20 categories that they had 5 different price brackets. And trophy, for the first time this year, before it was one trophy among everything, each category, almost every category had a trophy.
Fantastic. We're out of time, so we're going to wrap things up. I just want to thank everybody out there for joining us. I want to thank Nora for being here with us. Malbec World Day, April 17th. That's this week. So after you've watched all of this and have got your whistle wetted for Malbec, go out there, buy a bottle or two, and enjoy it on the 17th, which is Wednesday, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, Wednesday.
Wednesday is Malbec Day. I cannot raise an empty glass, so bear with me for 1 second while I pour more wine in my glass. Nora, thank you so much.
Salud.
Salud. Get to know Malbec, get to know the wines of Argentina. There's a lot of wine out there. It's a fascinating portfolio of wines. And try a Bonarda. That's just my little at the end. I just like Bonarda. So that's it. Thank you all.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.